back to my channel. It's Ren. Go ahead on the way in, like, comment, and subscribe. It is the most free and easiest way to support your girl, so go ahead, give them clicks up, please and thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to talk about how inner work and relationship is directly connected. As someone who's been on all sides of this inner work game and relationship, I can definitely attest to the power of inner work. And I say that with the most love, because the thing is, we're so focused on being in relationship, whereas, you know, we have this dream guy, we have this dream scenario, this dream situation, and we may or may not be the energetic match for it. And so depending on where we're at energetically, if we are an energetic match for it, we can definitely flourish in that. But if we're not, we may sabotage the whole thing, all on our own too at that. So we could be self-sabotaging, we could end up pushing this person away, and that's the point of coming into a situation healed. When you come into a situation healed, the space that you have for this relationship to just be all up in the stars, is the odds are in your favor. As someone going into a relationship who is not in a healed and an empowered state, it usually turns into a toxic relationship of some sort, even if it's on a really small scale. And for everyone's sake, I always hope it's a small scale. I think that the sabotage can be real, and this is on both sides. Don't ever think that I'm just talking about you, but I am talking to you. So understand the difference between that, okay? Talking to you because the only person we can control is ourselves. The only person we can control is ourselves. That means the only person we can work on is who? Ourselves. That's up to us to handle, to heal. These partners that we're with are not licensed professionals. And even if yours so happens to be, his job is not to heal you. Your job is to heal you, okay? And when you heal you, you'll honestly become an energetic match to your reciprocal almost immediately. Like, when I tell you the timeline of me going through my healing journey and me finding my husband, like, it literally was a matter of months. Like, after I was just like, okay, like, I'm coming back to myself. I've been doing the work. I can tell that I'm in a different space energetically. Once I got there, I mean, it's just been up since then. We've been married. 4 kids later. Like, I have to give credit to inner work for being able to be an energetic match for this situation to even be what it is. Because had I not, I could have continued to operate in my wounded state, which I had been for the previous, like, 20 years or whatever. I mean, 20 years is being a little bit generous, but I could have still continued to operate in that, because in this, like I said in plenty of my other videos, go check them out, I'm not saying anything as a slight to them. I am always mentioning them as a reflective point for me. I can't control what they do, but I can control what I entertain. It's up to me. Accountability. We all can have it. We have the power to dictate our journeys. And so not everything is just a lot of things are a toss-up, yes, because life is just happening around you. But how you handle these happenings, how you move forward with these happenings, is all the determining factors. And so that's literally from the things we can't control, like the rain, like the weather, and, you know, how the cashier's acting at McDonald's, or how whatever the case is. All these things that we really can't control. But when it comes to our person, sometimes we think that we can control, or we think that we can expect them to come in and do what we need so we can feel better. But when you put that, for one, when you put that power in someone else's hands, it's a very slippery slope. They can take it at any time. But also, that's not their weight to carry. Like, you're just kind of taking bags and just throwing them over his shoulders, like, okay, here's all the things that's happened to me, here's all the things that's wrong with me, help me heal. And it's just like, as good as nice as that would be, you wouldn't know the true power of yourself, of God, and of all the powers that be if you took that by way of relying on someone else. Because honestly, the moment that they're no longer there, you're still left with yourself. Whereas if you do the inner work, when you do the inner work, we always take ourselves with us anyway. But when we do the inner work, we elevate past the who we once were. We no longer entertain the things that we once entertained. We no longer stuck around when our boundaries weren't met. We no longer make the decisions that that version would have and did make. Growth, evolving, being your best self. These are all things that I've done, mind you. Like, I've gone through many a journey. And my first one was, it was deep, but it wasn't even as deep as this last one. These last 6 months, baby, like, y'all getting a lot of this in like real time healing. Like, really, because the thing is, like, healing is always evolving. And even as a married woman, I can speak to how a time that I needed to be healed, how it put so much weight on my marriage and the household as a whole. And then, like, thinking that someone is going to rescue you, it's nice, but it doesn't help anybody. The song Doja Cat used to have, well before she was like popping. Like, I was a fan of Doja, like, back in the No Police days. Like, that's Doja that I love. Not saying that I don't love the Doja now, but I fell in love with Doja like way back when. But she had this song, and I can't even remember what it's called right now, but it's like, no one's gonna save you from yourself, so I hope that you feel better, and no one's gonna want you if you cry for help. And the accuracy, I used to play that song on repeat. You'd think I know what it was called, I played it that much. But you take you everywhere, and no one can save you from yourself. You and God, that's it, baby. And if you don't know what to do or don't know where to start, ask God, because that's actually what helped me. That's as long as I had been doing inner work, I didn't realize that simply asking God for help was the key that I needed to change everything in a blink of an eye. Like, honestly and truly, I didn't realize it. And things took off from there. And that's for this last healing session I had, and everything just turned around. Like, we got deeper in love, the kids got more happy, more, like, all the mores just came in and just swept us away. And I'm so grateful that I did the work. You keep having to do the work, not for just you, but for everybody around you. So when you come in healed from the get-go, you at least have that mindset of, okay, when I gotta hang her down, I can hang her down, and we gonna get through this, instead of sabotaging your relationship for something silly, or even if it is something big. Like, I mean, yeah, choose yourself, do your thing, whatever, but you know when you're making a decision because you are well thought and you're not just moving off of emotions. Like, when you're healed, when you come in as like a healed and whole woman or person, I should say, like, this could go for men as well. When you come in healed and whole, you don't put yourself in situations that you often are regretful for later, because you saw what you needed to see, you analyzed, you did the thing, and like, you learned your lesson finally. You healed from it. You got through it. So I want you to just keep in mind how heavy inner work is in your life, period. But especially in a relationship. Before you get in a relationship, so that you can get your dream relationship, and then while you're in the relationship, so that you can keep building a beautiful relationship. Like, beautiful relationship. So all these things are completely possible. The keys, I just put them in your hand. Crank that bad boy up, put it in gear, and go. Now, if you made it to the end, go ahead, leave a balloon in the comments to let me know that you made it. And thank you again for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you so happen to forget it on the way in. And thank you. I'll see you next time.